We've helped more brokers, more leasing agents win more assignments with this one tool than almost anything else. All right? And if you would, I want you to take a clean sheet of paper. Don't work off the outline. Take a clean sheet of paper and write Run Clear vertically, just like you have right here. We win more assignments, not by the statements we make, but the questions we ask. This is our best practice to make sure that you've been comprehensive in the interview with the prospect. There are 8 categories. We will score each category in just a couple of minutes. The first category of resources is the ability of the prospect to perform financially. They have credit, they have cash, they have a financial statement, they have sales. If it's a tenant rep assignment, they have growing sales, they can pay their relocation cost. It's a seller of an investment property, they have more of fair market value than they have debt. They can be financed if they're going into new property. Urgency, not just lease expiration and mortgage due dates. It could be 2 companies have just merged. They both still have leases, years left on their leases, but they want to be in one facility to improve productivity. We oftentimes see institutional sellers that the motivation for selling is they just think the market has gotten to the absolute best it's going to get, and they are motivated. It has nothing to do with the mortgage because they have no mortgage on the property. They just think that things are starting to get kind of topped out. Sometimes we see sellers want to move their cash and other types of investment. They want to do it in the next quarter. Next category is needs. This is where I need more parking. I need more amenities. I need more natural light. I need a dependable landlord. I need space that'll improve our self-esteem. The next category is called causes. It's costing me too much in capital improvements to get the rents that I need to get. Pain, I'm losing employees because we don't have enough amenities close by. Causes could be, I keep getting these escalation bills from landlords, but I can't reconcile them. I can't get services in my existing building. Pain could be, this building has become an embarrassment because the landlord has not improved the hallways and the bathrooms. Next question, loyalty. Are they working with your competitor? And you're going to see on Friday, the fastest way to win an assignment away from a competitor is to find out, is there a need that this prospect has that's not been identified by your competitor? Or to make a sales presentation that is so strong and so over the top, which we'll work on the third day, that you dislodge the competition. Next category is expectations. Single most important category. Share with me the 3 most important objectives that you have as it relates to awarding this assignment. And this is where the tenant says we want to get closer to our customers, we want to reduce our cost of occupancy. It's where a seller says we want to sell the building by the end of the year, and we want to make sure that you have access to buyers. It's where a landlord rep says we want to get the building to 90% occupancy by 12/31, and we want to make sure that we get rents of at least $30 a square foot. The client will tell you what is most important to them. We're just not asking. Next category is called authority. Who else will be involved in awarding this assignment? Some of us are waiting way too long to meet their partners and their spouses and their bankers and their attorneys. And one of the first questions I ask is, Eric, who else is going to be involved in helping you make this decision? And say, well, I really don't make any decision of this size without getting the counsel of my attorney. Would you be kind enough to introduce Bill to me so we can find out what's important to him? I cannot believe how many of you are just interviewing one person and you're not finding out who else is going to be involved. Next category is called revenue. How much revenue will you generate if you win this assignment? Some of you are pursuing assignments that aren't going to make anything for you, but because they took your call, you go visit with them. It's a goat rodeo. Right? I mean, it's amazing. Who's in this business less than 2 years? You know the single biggest mistake you're going to make is working unqualified prospects. That's number 1. Now, I'm okay with you working an unqualified prospect in 2010 because there was not much else for us to do. This is a full-blown recovery like gangbusters, right? We want to make sure that we are very selective to pursue those prospects who are qualified. So the way we use this tool is we get the comments, we fill in the blanks, and we circle 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So here's a prospect that has a growing company. Sales has improved 11% in the last 12 months. Lease expires in 12 months, and their space don't work. They need another 4,000 square feet on top of the 5. They've got issues with billing from their existing landlord. They're not working with any of our competitors. They want efficient space. The managing partner is going to be responsible for making the decision, and I'm going to make $36,000. This prospect is at least a 32, isn't it? This prospect's lease expires in 5 years. They love the building. They have nothing to do with making the decision. They actually want to get smaller. And I'm not going to make anything, at least in my lifetime. This is an 8. This is the person who scored a 1 in each category. So this tool is used to determine how aggressively do I want to pursue this prospect. And anytime you get someone that's a 32, 33, 34, this is a good prospect.